today I wanted to do something a little different. I'm having a swap in International Crafters, and I want to do a border swap. You guys have seen me do some borders, paper borders, and I want to do something a little different. I thought it would be fun to make, and I'm hoping my hot glue gun will work correctly because it is crazy and I can't find my spare. Now, don't know where that could be, but I was hoping to make some kind of homemade stencils. I had to think of the name with this. So I have a non-stick surface here. It's just for actually a hot glue gun. I have a larger surface somewhere. I misplaced it. And of course I didn't put it back in the package. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a stencil. This is going to be kind of wonky. That's okay because these mixed media stencils can be wonky. So I'm just going to make sure I have my other stick ready. And I'm going to unwind. This is kind of wrapped around my lamp and a few other things here, so I'm just going to unwind that. I don't know how much you can see of this. Dogs are barking, of course. But I'm going to make some, I want to make some borders, and I thought, well, I haven't tried with a stencil yet to spray a border. But I'm going to have, for the swap in International Crafters, I'm going to have my other ones linked, my other videos, so you can see how I done others. So I'm just going to keep them kind of linked together, just like that. You guys probably can't see this. And let's see if I can get a different angle. I am moved. I have moved. Let's see, I'm trying to make it go a little bit further away. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be visible. I'm trying. It may not. Anyway. Okay. So I made this part of the, can you see it in the glare? So I'm just trying to make a kind of a stencil. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to try to keep them attached and see how that works. And it's going to be wonky. And this hot glue gun is so broken. It just blobs glue out. It doesn't have much of a control thing on here, but it'll work. We'll make it work. Just try not to blow it everywhere. And you'll have the strings, but we will work around that. So now I have my glue. Now I have this, and I want just to have a little bit of a square stencil to just throw on, right? So just play with it. I thought it'd be really cool to have where we just spray it for the fun of it. Some stencils, border stencils. Now I'm just going to go this way, zigzag. And if I have to attach it, I probably have to attach the zigzags. Try to figure out, because that's not going to be too sturdy, but we'll see. I'm just now making loops. I don't know if that's a good idea, because it's not really attached to anything. Make some lines thicker. Just kind of play with your glue gun. You could do this. It's not the end of the world if you don't make it perfect. Now I'm just going to make the lines down here. And like I said, look how blobby that is. It's because my glue gun is just, I know some of you will have a better glue gun. Mine just went overboard on heat and it's just now just overheating and it makes blobs. So I thought this would be a fun task to try to make a fun stencil, just a different way. But like I said, I'm going to link my other videos to how to make whimsical borders and whatnot, so you guys can just play that way. But I thought it would be really fun to play with some sprays with this today. Now this line here is fairly thin, so I'm just going to add more glue. And it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt 3 sticks of glue. This is only 2, but you know, it's not going to hurt. Add glue in a few places that is just not thick enough. And even if you left the spiders, I'm not sure if you left them how cool that would be. They might be cool. So I'm just going to make some lines to where I think it would make it a little bit more sturdier of the stencils to break apart on me. And then maybe I'll make some lines here. It's just fun. Like I said, better controlling glue gun would be really nice, but that's what I got, guys. Can you see that? Fun. Let's check it out now. Let's check out what we have made. So this is the one stencil that we made here. Crazy background. I know. I gotta get more paper for my background. And I'm just pulling out some of the, what would you call, like spider wire, glue strings type of thing. Spider wire. Spider string type looking thing, and it's kind of wonky, but it'd be cute still. So I just want to clean some of that out. You can also run a blow dryer heat tool on it for a few seconds. That'll take them away, and if you don't do it too long, it'll not affect the glue. So you could do that just to get some of the little strings off because they're so small they'll just melt quickly. So that's that. That's a cute little stencil we made. Now I made some other ones, single ones, that you could just kind of throw on the paper. Oops. And then I store these in between like parchment paper, so because the stencils can stick to each other. But I just throw them on top of each other, but on parchment paper. So here's one. These are cute. So I thought I'd use these stencils for some borders today. Spray some borders. So this one's cute. So you could just use this back and forth on some paper, like a pattern. Change it up. More strips like this. This one's cute. So it's whatever you want. Here's this last one. Very cute. Now I'm going to put my camera up a bit, and we're going to start spraying. Okay, so this is really cool. So I'm part of the creative crew on the Canvas Court brand. So I received some misters, glimmer misters. So I'm going to use some of these today just to try them out because I haven't used them before. And I have a project coming up, and I'm just going to use these bright ones today. But I did receive these as well as these. I picked them out on my list of things I wanted. I thought for me, just kind of getting off the subject, I thought these would go far for me and useful, and I've never ever used them before. So the kind of art that I do, I just pick up and do on you know, different papers, different things. So I thought this would be the most useful for me to make some art for the Canvas Court brand. Anyway, I'm going to use these as testing for these borders that I made, homemade. I love making my own borders. So you got to kind of wave them back and forth. You know, shake them this way, not like vigorously shake them. At least it's on some of the instructions. Some of them don't have like that, but I'm just doing it with the whole pack just to save time. Isn't that smart? Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this single. Can we see? Oh dear, blurry. Sorry guys, this is not good. So if I walk away from it, I'm going to use this. These ones here, and these are the primary colors of the tester kit. To start my whimsical borders. There we go. And these are the colors I'm going to use. So just for testing purposes is my primary colors right there. And I want to play and have fun with it. So these are them. So it's going to be blue, green, yellow, and the red. So, and they got some really nice color to them. So I'm going to try those out with this. So with this homemade borders, and I'm sorry about the way it's going back and forth, but that's the way it's going to be because of the white or off-white paper. I'm using cardstock from Michaels, but you can use computer paper too. I normally use computer paper, but I decided to use the cardstock today just because I wanted to give it a try today. I usually do use computer paper, but so whatever way we want to do the borders here, I thought we would just play with it. So yeah, you can make really neat whimsical borders, and my first time using these guys. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna use green next. Blue. The color looks really intense. I'm not sure why the video color doesn't look really intense. And then red. I'm going to throw this on my end here. There we go. That was fun. And these stencils, you know, if you don't want to use them again, you don't have to clean them. You don't have to be. You can, save them, use them again. Okay, let's dry that off. For my next one, I'm just going to throw these ones together here. Kind of really close. I'm going to put this here because that could be a nice border there. And I'm throwing these ones closer together because these ones were a little bit separated. But just, whatever, it doesn't have to be cut right on the line. I could just do whatever I want, but I'm using a nice stencil. So I'm just going to throw some spray on. And then you can ink over it and have a blast. So these are really nice colors. And I like them, really like them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how much comes off on here, flipping it onto my other one. So it will come off. Throw that to the side. Let's see here. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect flat stamp of a stencil. You could still play. You could still get some paint off. It's bumpy. But hey, this is a way of making your stencils, having fun with it, and just playing. And you could do any shapes. And look at that. Waste not kind of a thing. Is that flipped? Is that flipped? It's flipped. I'm not in the view. But there. That looks nice. Just playing around. Trying my colors out. I like this image better because I kind of stuck them together. And now, how easy, how fun was that? I had a blast. Now I take a black marker of any sorts. This could be like just any black marker. This is dry. And then you create your borders. So you could be more precise. I'm being quite messy. You can add whatever you want to them. And I just used my stencils as a design. I can go with the stencils. I can go whatever way I want. So yeah, I can use this marker, split them up. I can use a thinner pen to make the designs. It's just whatever you want. And like I said, I'll link my other ones to here because some of them are more, they're different each time, you know, like it could be just perfect and make your perfect little borders. You can do whatever you want. So I will link my other ones down here, and then you guys could see what I mean about how fun this is. You could go crazy and really enjoy it. So it just helps bring out some fun things to design here for me. There we go. So there's some borders, quick, easy borders. And these are quite messy, like I said, but you can do more precise, whatever you want. Whatever you want. So like this one here, I haven't decided how I want to split them up yet, but whatever it is, it is, it is. And you can use a thinner pen, you know, gel pen, whatever you want to make your thinner, more dainty lines. I'm just going through with the same thing right now just to give you an example. And like I said, it's terribly messy, but it's fun. Okay, I think we'll be fine with this for now. Yep. There you have it, guys. This is just spray. I did the outlining with marker, and you do the inking on the edges. I would stamp more out. I can use, sorry guys, stretch. I use Posca pens to color it in, or dots, or circles, or whatever. And that is basically the borders. I did do a quick speed through of the drawing, I think, of it. I think I did this speed through the drawing and the cutting because I didn't want to take up all your time, but this is so easy. And there goes my Posca pens. I was balancing them on something. And fun to make these borders. Now, like I said, you could do them on computer paper too. It'll curl up a little bit more, but I mean, you could tape them down or whatever and just have fun with the sprays. I thought I'd try sprays today. I think I've done them before, but with different brand, and that's what I have. So these are the borders. Now we just got to ink them up, stamp them, that kind of thing, and doodle on them. And you can have just whatever kind of borders. And the whole paper is used. The whole paper, and you got the really cool design of the homemade stencils, bordered stencils that you've made, if you've made them along with me. So it's pretty cool. And like I said, I'd like to, you know, put them away, if you're going to put them away for a long period of time, with just a parchment paper between them. Just because if they get pressed on, the glues will kind of tack together maybe a little bit. It's not like wet glue or anything, but, you know, might. And then you got to untangle it or whatever. It's a little easier. There you go. That's the borders. This one could even get cut one more time. And just totally have fun with it. And like I said, if I'm cutting below the ink line, it doesn't matter because you're just you can ink it up the edges anyway. And then you have a darker outer edge anyhow. And that's cute. You never throw any scraps away. Those are cute borders. Just cute. And you can doodle on them some more. This is just the beginnings, guys. This can be a fun little thing you do. You know, you do all this in your craft room and you bring this upstairs and you know, or wherever, and doodle while you're watching TV or something like that. Isn't that cute? How that border looked on that circle, and this is the other half. Pretty cute. And that's it. So I hope you guys join the swap. And if you're not in International Crafters, I'll put a link below for the swap for the International Crafters. And yeah, I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do on video. I might just speed through some doodling. I don't know. But yeah, just see here. So this is what I got here. I have tons of board. This is just 2 pages, guys, and I stamped them up. Some of them, I didn't do all of them because that would take forever in the video. These are the ones I didn't do for stamping and inking the edges. Just to show you these guys here, how pretty they look still. And let's see, look at that pattern. Isn't that pretty? And you can just work on it on your own time and take, you know, doodle whatever. And I didn't even doodle on these really. I think I put some white on, but that was it. And I could just stamp and ink these up on the edges, and they just stand out. And I'm just going to compare these guys to the ones I did do a little bit of stuff on. And like, every piece counts, guys. So that is it. Like, every little skinny piece counts. Like, you use it for ATCs or whatever. So this is the ones I did start doing my inking, and I did the edges. Ink the edges just with my foam brush. And I look at my fingers. Look at my fingers. But I didn't want to do it forever. I used archival ink. I also used glue stick, 2 different size glue sticks to do some of the dots on there, on a couple of them. So this is it. I'm just going to show you guys these ones now. You can make them as bright as you want to, and I could doodle over them with the Posca pen and brighten them up. I'm just showing them like this. This could be like nice red little triangles inside, and that's probably what I'll do to pop, make it pop like little red pieces of triangle. In that kind of thing, you could do like little yellow circles or whatever you want. But I'm just did a quick job of it just on video. You could take, I could do color every flower in or whatever. So just to show you guys these pieces here, how they look. And I could add more. So this is just inking, stamping and edging it up. So then all the edge looks nice and dark. And see, it doesn't really matter that you don't get, you cut across some of the marker, like here I didn't cut right on the marker pieces, and it fixes it up. Here's the one where I did the glue stick as well, and this one stamped with the large and the small glue stick, really cute, and I inked the edges. So nice, fun, whimsical borders, and that's them, guys. Put my camera up a bit. So I hope you guys like this little video. Like I said, I'll put the link to International Crafters if you guys are interested in checking us out there. You guys could just do your borders on your own. You don't have to join the swap. It's just I'm using this video to kind of add to my swap. Here is my stencils that I made, and like I said, that was really fun. I used the hot glue on a non-stick surface. Pretty cool. And then I'll also put a link below for the Canvas Corp brand, so then you guys could check that out, check out the store or whatever. Was it 3 or 4 of these do I have? I have one more somewhere, right here. So pretty cool product. I really liked it, and it was fast. So just to show you guys, really like it. So that was my test run with it, and that was good. That was a fun little test run. I used cardstock from McInnes, and it's the off-white. I don't like using pure white, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I use the cardstock today is off-white rather than the white printer paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to craft like a duck, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.